Now, Trouble News fans, the DPRK has just recently sent its latest satellite into space. The launch took place between 9:30 a.m. and 9:35 local time in the DPRK. The Sohae Satellite Launch Center on Tongchang-ri, the northwest coast of the DPRK, and this signals another step forward in their technological development towards conquering space. Now, the Japanese state media said that the multi-stage rocket had fallen about 155 miles or about 250 kilometers off the southwest coast of the Korean Peninsula into the East China Sea about 14 minutes after the launch. So I assume when the rocket's found, they'll probably have more analysis on that. Now, the U.S. Strategic Command does recognize that a satellite was sent into space, and that an object, which of course was a satellite, was sent into orbit. Now, despite claims by the media that this was some kind of nuclear missile test, yes, it actually was a satellite sent into space, just like it was last time. This would be the Kwangmyongsong-4. What this definitely is another step towards the development of rocket technology for the DPRK. Every time one of these launches is carried out, another satellite is sent into orbit, it's another opportunity for them to test their technological skills, to test their reliability at building, things that can go into space. Now, one thing that I find very interesting here, aside from the fact that this is another step forward in their technological development, which they're doing single-handedly, is that according to reports, this satellite is about 400 kilos. Now, with a payload that big, certain studies suggest that a rocket that could launch something that's 400 kilos into orbit would also be a rocket powerful enough, with enough thrust, to reach the eastern United States. So this is why a lot of people have claimed that this is a rocket test. They're testing their own missile capabilities on a very large scale, and that they're using the launch of a satellite as a justification or a cover for doing so. It's a move that I think is probably true, and one that they certainly do need to make. After all, the DPRK has every right to defend itself. It certainly has every right to build a capability to defend itself from U.S. imperialism. The U.S. does constantly threaten the DPRK merely because they don't want to carry out U.S. interests, and the U.S. does constantly invade countries that it feels are counter to their interests. So the DPRK is absolutely right in building whatever weapons technology is necessary to defend itself, because self-defense is, of course, a right. Now, what I hope is that this remains a big technological step forward that will help the DPRK build some kind of, greater defensive system. The more that their nuclear weapons develop, the greater their capacity to defend themselves. Now, they have a much greater deterrent from U.S. invasion, and this will go a long way towards maintaining their own independence, keeping the Juche idea of self-reliance and keeping their own independence very strong. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, then head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can go to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media.